Okay.
Kind of fun thing you get to do when you're in college.
Alright, so like you said, I'm going to talk to you real quickly about avalanches and avalanche beacons. The goal today is sort of for the upcoming winter. I know it's a little out of context with the summer, but for the upcoming winter, to think about safety if you're going to participate in these backcountry kind of activities, and the importance of beacons. Beacons, also known as avalanche transceivers, are a small handheld device that helps locate someone that is buried or equipment that's buried under the snow. They use small radio wave pulses to communicate back and forth between another receiver to allow you to locate where the buried person is. Also, so here's a basic transceiver. This one is about $200 online at backcountry.com. It's pretty simple, and with these it's just indicating lights showing you where the person is or the equipment. And you do have to learn how to use these. You have to set up more of a grid type system. So there's a technique to using them. And this one only allows you to track one beacon that's lost. Right here is a more advanced one that's running more around $400, so these are definitely not cheap, so you have to sort of plan ahead for them. This one is also at backcountry.com. This one allows for an accurate tracking of up to 8 people, and it uses more of a direct path, quicker efficiency, rather than having to do a technique of a grid system and things like that. Again, when someone's buried under the snow, they're not able to dig themselves out. Time is money. You've got to get to them quickly, so you've got to know how these things work. And this one allows for a real fast finding on that. It also has a cool feature where it has a motion sensor, so when it's on your person and you're buried under the snow, if you're in that case, it'll transceive and allow the person finding you to know if you're still alive. It's got a motion sensor and can read your pulse and stuff. So that's nice to know for them to quickly find you. So if you get a beacon, practice with it, know how it works. Go play a few games of hide and go seek with your buddies if they have one as well. Because if you're looking for someone, you need to know. And if you're trapped, you want the person looking for you to know how to use theirs so they can get to you quickly. So a few dangers of an avalanche. Here you can see, the next slide I'm going to talk about the size and velocity of avalanches and stuff. Here you can see the range. This one's probably almost the entire mountain. They can range from 10 meters wide, from just a gulch or little hillside, to over 1,000 meters in width. And the biggest thing about these is they can reach up to speeds of up to 80 miles an hour in under 5 seconds of the time of fracture, which is the time that the snow starts sliding from its original position. Again, a big killer of avalanches. Once they stop, they set in like concrete. You're not able to dig out of them, and that's why you need someone to come find you. You want to know your avalanche areas. If you're planning on going into the backcountry somewhere, you need to know the weather that's been there, the weather that's going to be there when you're up there, so you can plan ahead and figure out what's going on. Avalanches occur with a lot of rapid change in weather and different things like that. When you got warming and melting, it creates different density layers. When you have rapid loads of new snow or wind-blown snow, which is snow that comes from different areas of the mountain. So you may be going up to an area thinking, okay, we haven't gotten any new snow lately, we should be good. Well, you need to think about if there's been a lot of new snow from just another hillside because of the wind. Also rain's accompanied with changes in temperature, and it's very heavy, creating a large slide. Listen and watch for large cracks up on the hillsides. You want to stay off steep slopes and also under them. If you know that a hillside is prone to avalanche, you don't only want to not go on it, but you want to stay away from underneath it, because those avalanches can run out and take a lot of things with it. So listen for cracking, groaning. I've heard those a few times up there on the slopes, where the snow will start cracking and you'll see about a 2-inch gap in the snow line. So, like I said, avalanches are changes in densities of the snow layers. which allows one to slide on top of the other. Here's a good picture that sort of illustrates that. You can see this guy's probably just cruising along right across that hillside, or the hill slope like many of us would. And because of he's probably 200 pounds with gear and equipment, just that amount of excess load on that hill slope created that huge slide. So you can see that right here is all one layer, probably a harder layer from earlier in the season. And this is all probably new fresh snow that's lighter and doesn't cohere with that snow layer there. Just from him cutting across has created avalanche. Luckily he wasn't taken with it. There's a lot of websites, especially now with the internet, but you can also call. There's a lot of areas you can call, look up if you know you're going into an area. It'll let you know whether it's high risk, low risk, what the weather's been like. Ours is UtahAvalancheCenter.org. It's a great website. I got on there today. They got the Ogden area, Logan area, all sorts of places. And so when you're going into these areas, a couple things to remember. Plan ahead, have your equipment ready, make sure it's working, know your areas, look up UtahAvalancheCenter.org, have proper equipment. You want no weak links in your chain, because obviously you don't want to be going into these areas alone, but if you're going in with a group, you don't want someone that doesn't have a beacon or someone that do, someone that don't know how to work them, just because you never know who's going to get trapped under the snow. So here's some good places to look for equipment and for information. UtahAvalancheCenter.org, like I've said. HugZone.com is a good one. REI and Backcountry have a lot of equipment, pretty good prices that you can go to. So in conclusion, the idea of this speech was a persuasive speech to sort of get an idea in your head for the winter, being prepared if you're going to go into these areas. Things can happen very quickly and unexpectedly, and can have a bad outcome if you're not prepared. Even the most skilled people still get into these situations. So you need a beacon and your friends so you can save your life and your friend's life. So, thank you.
We had a neighbor 2 doors down